That was perfect. My question for you is, what is the most important decision you've ever made, and did you make the right choice?
Okay, so my name is Zohar. I'm 36-year-old, and I'm from Tel Aviv originally. I moved here 2 years ago to do, I'm a postdoc research fellow at Mass Pioneer. I'm doing research about autosclerosis, which is actually a very common, relatively common disease. It's the most number one reason for conductive hearing loss, acquired hearing loss in adults. And almost a year ago, April 15, I actually had an accident in the lab. I lost my vision. And I think it makes it easier to answer your question, because that was my number one question I was asking myself the entire year. I think, and also I'm an ENT doctor. I think the most important decision I did in my life is to become a doctor. I would not do it again. I think it was a wrong decision. I think I never really had free time. I was always chasing something. It's not like I felt like something is missing, but I felt like we have so little time, and I was trying to be good in what I do. I wanted to help people, to try to be as good person as I can be. But I never stopped for a second. I never took time off, and when I did, I was always feeling guilty. And exactly a year ago, when I had the accident, I lost my vision. Suddenly, I was forced to do nothing, just to relax. Suddenly I had no responsibility whatsoever. I had no patient, I was not working. I did not have any patients I should take care of. I did not have lab work. I used to work 7 days a week. Suddenly all the responsibility was taken away from me, and it was extremely how do you call it?
Release.
Releasing. Maybe you have a better word for it in English. And it felt good. I started to feel alive for the first time. Everything was okay. I think I always felt that there's no time. Time is running out and I should be good, but now it's better. Kind of. I will probably, after, I'm supposed to have surgeries, supposed to have my vision back in a year, probably. So after these weird 2 years without seeing, I'm really trying to, make myself remember not to go back to this race. I probably will. But, yeah. I got 2 years with, just enjoying life and being it sounds stupid, but I'm very much present all the time.
My name's Abby. I'm from Denver, and I don't really know what the most important decision that I've ever made has been. Probably has something to do with I probably didn't even know what it was when I made it.
I'm not really one to regret much,
what's the point of that, really? Because I feel like, I don't know, so I study econ, and I'm in an econometrics class right now, and I took one last semester too, but this is more of the applications class of it. And a lot of what we talk about, or like a lot of what you prove to be able to like say something causes something else, you have to like be able to identify a counterfactual, which like obviously you can't observe two things at once. So like, for example, we were talking about Indiana when it underwent like Medicaid expansion, and like the hardship of trying to figure out if Medicaid expansion actually like increased the percentage of people insured in Indiana. The hard thing is it's like you can't create like a fake you can't observe Indiana before if it hadn't undergone the Medicaid expansion, right? So it's like this idea of the counterfactual is like not something that you can actually observe, so you have to create it. So all of this is to say that for the most important decisions that we make, it's like we can't observe what would have happened if there was some other decision that was made. So the right decision, I don't really know if I like resonate with that. What's the word? Like, I don't know if I think that that's the right way to phrase it. Not on your end, but like if I were to have to say if it was right or not. I'm sure it was, because it was the only one that was made.
So do you not really think in rights and wrongs when it comes to decisions?
Sometimes. There are definitely like some decisions that are right or wrong. Like, for example, should I push that old woman into the pond? Like, no. And saying no is the correct decision. But like, not for everything. I think probably not for most things. I don't believe in it. I don't know though. That might be wrong in and of itself. Right? Do you think there's rights and wrongs? Like, for sure? Everything? Every decision?
I think that there's some kind of
like underlying moral right, or
there's
wrong.
an underlying moral compass, but like I'm thinking like
maybe not like as clear as we might think.
Right.
Totally agree. I agree. I think that there's like totally a baseline level of morality that is like foundational of everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Elsa. I'm a freshman at Hubs. I'm 18-year-old. I am from Beijing, China, so I'm an international student. The most important decision I made. Well, I don't know. It was probably like the bravest decision I made. I came here I came here to New England area when I was 14, all by myself, because it was during COVID. So I took the flight by myself. I just turned 14. It was not even like I gonna turn 15, but no, I just turned 14 literally 2 weeks ago, and took the flight by myself with all my luggages. Went to a boarding school in New Hampshire. I was like literally in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't even get a taxi, so I didn't even really know what was gonna happen. Like, what if I got kidnapped? Like, no one really think through about that decision, anything. But okay, now thinking back about that decision, it wasn't even like a decision I made by myself. It was kind of like a forced decision. But I think it's because I was too young and too brave. Well, I'm still really young, but at that time I think my frontal cortex, is it the frontal cortex? Yeah, but like, it was still not even still all of that decision right now, so I probably couldn't even make a clever decision anyways. So I just like listened to my parents, and they were like, do you want to go to the United States to study? I was like, yeah, why not, that sounds cool. And I just came here by myself, and it was during COVID, or like during the pandemic, so I couldn't even go back home for a year. So that was probably like a struggle. But overall, after everything, I do really appreciate my decision, because without that, I don't think I would ever have enough brave to go to another country just all by myself and start a new life without anyone, especially during a time of period that like your family can't even just take a flight and visit you. Like, that was pretty outrageous thinking about it right now. So yeah, but I don't regret it. Okay, being so honest, during my high school, 4 years of my high school, too many moments I regret making that decision because it was hard. It was hard for a teenager to leave home, and then especially your home is like that far away from you, and then you don't know what's happening. You feel lonely, you feel insecure, you feel a lot of times even vulnerable because I love all my teachers from my high school. They're all really supportive, but still it's not the same when your mom is like 10 minutes drive from you or like something. It was hard, and I blame my mom and my parents, well, not my dad, but like my mom, a lot of it for forcing me to make that decision. But now thinking back, without that decision, I don't think I would be the person who I am right now. I don't think I can even get into Tufts. Because I won't develop into this like type of personality who's outgoing and then like confidence with myself, and then like just even have like talking to a stranger, like just because I read into it. Because I think all that is because I was brave enough to make not suffer, but like went through a really hard time, I think.